the US CPI print for September has risen at a slightly faster than expected pace, keeping inflation in the limelight for policymakers. Now, consumer price index has increased by 0.4% on a month-on-month basis and 3.7% on a year-on-year basis. Core inflation was up 0.3%, largely in line with what the street was expecting.
Right, and let's switch focus from the other macros to geopolitics. Tensions between Israel and Hamas show no respite as Israel continues to attack the Gaza Strip. The enclave has now been plunged into darkness as its sole power plant ran out of fuel. Conditions in Israel looking bleak too, with cybersecurity threats mounting amid the war, including 2 hijacked smart billboards in and near Tel Aviv that briefly showed pro-Hamas content. 6 days of airstrikes have left more than 300,000 Palestinians in the Gaza Strip homeless. Health officials in Gaza, home to 2 million people, said the Israeli bombardment had killed more than 1,500 people and injured over 6,600 others. The United Nations Humanitarian Agency has announced a flash appeal of $249 million to help the 1.3 million Palestinians in Gaza and the West Bank. Joining US in extending support is UK, which has ordered the deployment of military assets and thereby reinforcing regional stability. Meanwhile, like India, UK has also gone ahead and arranged for rescue operations to bring British nationals out of the war-torn region.
Meanwhile, US Secretary of State Antony Blinken has arrived in Israel in a show of support. The US has also warned Israel's neighbors to not think of taking any advantage. Listen in to what he had to say.
They prided themselves on their self-reliance, on their ability to defend themselves, even when the odds were stacked against them. The message that I bring to Israel is this: you may be strong enough on your own to defend yourself, but as long as America exists, you will never ever have to. We will always be there by your side. That's the message that President Biden delivered to the Prime Minister from the moment this crisis began. It's the message that I and my other colleagues in the government have delivered to our Israeli counterparts on a daily, even an hourly basis. It's the message that I bring with me to our discussions today, and it's what I'll affirm when I meet with the members of Israel's newly formed national emergency government. We welcome the government's creation and the unity and resolve that it reflects across Israel's society.